What is going on, everybody? We are here in X-Plane 11. This is my first X-Plane stream ever. Also going to upload this to YouTube once we're done here. Basically just doing this just to chronicle my flights and whatnot, so um, don't judge too hard as far as my production quality is concerned. Just here to have fun, mostly. I don't know what all this is here. Alrighty, so we are here at Los Angeles International Airport. Pretty nice scenery here. We are in the Flight Factor A320, American Airlines Flight 7488, service to Phoenix, and we are leaving from Los Angeles today, as I said before. So we got everything hooked up here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit. And we're in cold dark state here, got all that hooked up, good to go there. We'll go ahead and turn our external power on. Battery 1, battery 2. Switch the IRSs to the nav position for now. And go ahead and turn our beacon light on, nav and logo, emergency exits, no smoking, seatbelts can stay off for now. And we'll turn our fuel pumps on once we get the fuel loaded. Yeah, bear with me here. Alrighty. So actually, let's go ahead and connect to Vatsim. I'm thinking about it before I forget to do that. American Airlines, everything else is generic. Hopefully I didn't park on top of anybody. I did not. Not sure if anybody else is even on in the area. I mean, it is LA. Usually there's somebody, anybody. Looks like I have the airport to myself. I'm just blind. Get rid of that. Let's see. We do have controllers on, it looks like, in the area, so that's good. Let's see. Go down to the FMS here. Initialization. We are going LAX to Phoenix Sky Harbor. We are American Airlines 7488. Alright, so we'll get the rest of this information here. We're actually going to switch over to SimBrief here. So we're cruising 350, and our cost index is 25. Let's load up fuel. Fuel for today's flight needs to be 7214. Plug that in here. Set that. Remove that. Passengers. 153, so it's a full flight. Set that. Go ahead and remove that. That'll close the doors. So go to perf data here. Zero fuel weight is 54,163. SimBrief says we should have 59,742. So you need to add about 5,600 kilos. No. So 5,600 will put us... Oh, why math? About 7,095 or so. 59,763. That is pretty darn close. Perfect. Let's get rid of that. We can go back up here and go ahead and turn the fuel pumps on. Let's actually make sure that this works, because Squawk Box gives me issues sometimes. Yeah, okay. Let's grab ATIS information. So ATIS 133.8.
Mission Whiskey 225 Zulu.
Alright, switch that off and we'll just look at the text here and kind of cheat a little bit. So, information whiskey is current. Get my notepad here. Alright, so basically I'm just looking for the altimeter setting more than anything here, and then whatever runways we're leaving from. So altimeter's 3001, we can go ahead and plug that in. Perfect. And it did set it for the other side. Am I having frames issues already? It's kind of annoying. It's jumping around a lot. Hopefully, once we're in the air, it'll improve. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, okay, so back to our ATIS information. So, alright, approach runways 24 right, 25 left. Where are we departing? Runways 24 and 25 left. 25 right is closed, so we'll probably go 25 left. The winds are 242. Nope, that's not the winds. 260 at 13 knots. So yeah, the 25 is probably what we're going to be doing there. Let's go back down to the FMC here. We will go ahead and get the weights plugged in here. Perfect. And we actually need to file the flight plan. I did not do that earlier, so we'll file from SimBrief here. Make sure all this is good. LAX Phoenix, perfect file. Alright, so it's dots 2 departure today. Scenery transition, so dots 2. So LAX tower is online, it's 120.95. Perfect. And switch that there. Fire up our AP once we get our clearance. Los Angeles Tower, good evening. American 7488. IFR to Phoenix, please. With information whiskey.
American 7488, Los Angeles Tower, flight Southwest, standby.
Alright, so we'll stand by, wait for that.
American 7488, clear to Phoenix Sky Harbor Airports. Dots 2 departure, primary transition, then as filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 5000. Expect flight level 3505 5 minutes after departure. Departure offline, squawk 7173.
Alright, American 7488 cleared to Phoenix via the dots 2 departure. Senior transition then as filed. Climb via the SID. Climb maintain 5000. Expect 350 5 minutes after departure. Squawk 7173 for American 7488.
American 7488, read back correct. Expect runway 25 left for departure. Advise for data taxi.
25 left, 7488. Thank you. Alright, so we are going 25 left. Perfect. I don't know if I have this programmed in already. I don't know if... Phoenix to LAX. I don't think I have LAX to Phoenix. I do not, so we'll just add new here. So we're going LAX... No. SID. Scenery. BLH. Star. KPHX. Verify. Perfect. Perfect. Save that. Oh. Duh. Alright. Go to our charts here. We're gonna pull up our airport information. Figure out where we're at here. Should be... Yep, right there. So 25 left. It's gonna be this way. So this runway's closed, so we'll be taxiing for a minute at least. Our departure is the dots 2. So climb, well, it's climbing the SID, but we're gonna go up to 5,000, so. Go to our FMS here. LAX departure. 25 left. Did I not see it? Oh, because I went the wrong way. Dots 2. Scenery transition. Inserts. Go to Phoenix. Let's check the METARs in Phoenix. So the winds are 260 to 8, so yeah, we're going to be doing the 26 runways. Sorry, 25. Well, yeah, we'll just do ILS 26 for now. And it's the, should be the Hyder one, right? Yeah, Hyder one. BLH transition right there, so Hyder one BLH transition, insert that. There should be no other airways or anything like that that we need to have, so. Clear any discontinuities that we have there. Nope, that is not what I want you to do. Yes. Yep, so scenery to BLH. Then it's filed, Hyder. There's a discontinuity there, but we should be on vectors at that point, I believe. Albuquerque Center's not on or anything like that, so we'll have to vector ourselves, worst case scenario. Everything else looks good. I go to perf. Perf data here. It's up 0.2. So we're going to do flaps 1. Up 0.2. We'll just flex to 45 today. Keep it simple. These speeds are set there. I'm just going to do 137 here. Transition altitude is 18,000. That is perfect. And FMC is good to go. Go ahead and fire up the APU. I'm having frames issues. That's on. APU bleeds can come on. Seatbelt signs on. Everything else looks good. Oh. And 7173. TRA. We'll just do all and on. Alrighty, we are ready for push and starts. Everything here looks good. So we should just be pushing back to the right, or facing the right at least. Better push back.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Just go right there.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Better pushback is really loud all the time. Go ahead and set that for now. Go to our charts here. Let's brief the departure real quick while we're waiting here. So, taking off 25 left. And we're basically circling around all the way to dots and heading out this way. And we're clear to 5,000 feet, so it's basically here, and they'll clear us up higher than that pretty quick, because the top altitude is 17,000, but that's to our transition, basically.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
That was the bus switches switching over, so we are on APU generators now. Yeah, so Bravo probably will be crossing 25 right, but the runway's closed, so there shouldn't be any traffic or anything like that. Oh, great. Yep. Welcome to Vatsim.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
What is that? Why is that coming up? That's not... Okay. Well, that's not supposed to be coming up at all. It's definitely brakes. I don't know why. There it goes.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, so we're clear to start engines. I don't know if this clown got off of us. They did not. Pushing back anyway, doesn't matter. Alright, starter valve should be good to go. Start engine number 2. Not too pleased with these frames at the moment. Alright, we got into rotation. See the hydraulics kicking in there. Pretty neat. Alright, so engine 2 is available. And start engine 1. Both engines are
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Go flaps 1. Switch that back to normal. Trim was up 0.2. Oh wait, no, wrong way. Right, like there.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Alright, lights. Bear with me here. Alright, so they're gone there. Everything should be good to go here. We'll go ahead and hit our takeoff config, make sure that's good to go. Perfect. Let's go ahead and call them back to get our taxi clearance. Los Angeles Tower, American 7488, ready for taxi.
American 7488, runway 25 left. Taxi via Charlie 8 Bravo Foxtrot, hold short 25 right, Los Angeles altimeter tree 001.
25 left via Charlie 8, Bravo Foxtrot, and then we'll hold short 25 left. Sorry, 25 right for American 7488. So this way, Bravo Foxtrot's right here, and we'll hold short right there. Check. Perfect. So we're on Charlie here. We'll take a left here on Bravo. Aircraft coming in on final. It's like an A330. Alright, so we take this all the way down until we hit Foxtrot, which is a good ways away. We didn't turn our APU off. My fault. He's coming in nice and slow. Good landing. It's at Asiana. It's like a 330. Everybody's on text today. That's the power engine switching over because I'm an idiot. Didn't switch the APU earlier. It's our GoPro first officer view.
Good evening, Los Angeles Tower. This is Delta 131 at the ramp, requesting IFR clearance to the Las Vegas International Airport with the information whiskey.
Delta 131, Clearance request standby. American 7488, cross runway 25 right at Foxtrot.
Cross 25 right at Foxtrot, 7488. Alright, so Bravo Foxtrot's right here. I hate that noise. It's the BSS. I don't know what it is when I do the rudder slash tiller movement, it makes that annoying sound. Alright, so we're crossing. Yeah, see, I don't understand that.
Approaching 2-5 right.
And 25 left is our departure runway, which is right here.
American 7488, winds 260 at 13, RNet Hipper, runway 25 left, cleared for takeoff.
RNAV Hipper, cleared for takeoff 25 left, American 7488. Alright, takeoff clearance is here.
Approaching 2-5
Brakes are
left.
Set. Start the clock.
Delta 131, clear to Las Vegas Airport, Orca to departure, MICE in transition, then is filed. Climb via SID, exit maintain 5000.
25 left, verify.
Expect flight level 3305 minutes after departure. Departure offline, squawk 7050.
On runway 25 left.
Guys, been there for a minute. Alrighty.
Alright, climb via the SID, the Orca to departure,
Set to about
5,000, and then expect 30,000 minutes after departure, and squawk 7050, that's a 131.
Delta 131, just verify, expect flight level 3305 minutes after departure. Other than that, read back correct. Expect runway 25 left for departure.
Speed is set. Speed well alive, 120 knots. Winds are
Roger that.
V1 rotate. Positive rate, you're up. Get up to about 15%, or 15 degrees rather. Gotta go Hipper, which is right here. It's already plugged in. And go to climb thrust.
American 7488, departure offline, monitor Unicom 122.8. Enjoy your flight.
Alright, over to Unicom 122.8, 7488. Have a good evening. Gauge autopilot. I don't know what they want from me. Okay. My fault there. Alright, flaps coming in. We are out of LA. Alright, so we need to go to Unicom 122.8. There's no further ATC online. We're gonna circle around here and head back to the east. And we're gonna go ahead and plug in our... We'll do that for now. What's our... I forgot our cruise. 350. So... No ATC to give us climbing instructions, so we're just gonna go to our cruise altitude now. Get rid of that. Let's go over here. Let's do... Figure out who's online here. Okay, so we're in South America apparently. so there's no other centers online. This is us right here. We're gonna circle around and go over here. There's nobody online right now, so. Works for me. LA is always a really scenic departure. Minus the clouds, of course. Turn. Alright, so we're above 10,000 feet. Get the... I never turned my landing lights on. Okay. So don't do that ever. Those were supposed to come on when we took off, obviously. Took off with the taxi lights. Well, good thing it's daytime and not nighttime, otherwise nobody would have seen us. And it's pretty much a straight shot from here. Top of climb is this little thing right here, so... good ways away from that, about 130 miles. And we got a little bit of a tailwind that should help. It's a slight tailwind. We'll go ahead and cut the seatbelts. Everything else looks good up top. Flight time's about an hour and 2 minutes, so we've been in the air for 6 minutes or so, so another 55 minutes, give or take. If we keep up with a good tailwind, if this increases, then we may get there sooner. A little short flight. Such there's no more ATC on. LA Center was on before, but they jumped off right before I got on, so middle of the week it's usually pretty scarce as far as Vatsim coverage. Some stuff here in the Dallas area. There's literally nothing. This is Albuquerque Center, nobody's online. I don't think Phoenix has anybody. No, it's not what I wanted to do. Sometimes they'll have ground controllers on or tower controllers, and you can't see them on the map unless you're zoomed way in. Yeah, they don't have anybody. So this is us right here. And yeah, about 49 minutes is what this thing has us. See how accurate that is. Go ahead and pull up our Phoenix charts while we climb. We need 18,000 feet yet. Not yet. Get our airport information up, and our star is the Hyder 1. Get that pulled up. I've got runway 26 planned, unless ATC comes on and reassigns us, and that's what we're going to do. So just that up just in case. I'm happy with all that. And we go ahead and go standard altimeter since we're above 18,000 feet. And now's the boring part. Here we just cruise. Check our frames real quick. I usually get like, for some reason the flight factor, like the frames in this thing are, it kills frames for whatever reason. It's the only plane I have that issue in. Now we're getting 30, which is good enough. We get like 50 to 60 a lot of times, like in the other airplanes, like Zibo and whatnot. Like Zibo the other day I checked and I was getting 50, right at 50. For some reason, like I don't know if it's just the complexity of this aircraft or what, but I only get right at 30. Like it's consistently at 30 with this aircraft. So hopefully it's something that they can maybe look at. I don't know, maybe like I said, maybe because of the complexity, maybe because like just all the stuff this airplane has, and maybe that's just where it's gonna be. As long as it doesn't go below 30, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not that bad. Sounds, man. Sounds of a jet engine, man. There's nothing like it. Oh, loud. It's loud. Making our way down the Pacific coast here. 8 arrivals going into Phoenix, though, it looks like. So they've got a little bit of activity going on. I don't know where. It's all American Airlines, of course. So this guy's coming from LA as well. He should be. He's been online a lot longer than me. I don't see him on the map unless he just took off. Skips right over me. Yeah, there we are. I believe our cruise speed is Mach 0.78. We have a nice tailwind going right now. So that should help things here. Let's see, performance on climb now. Cruise is Mach 7.8. I usually don't go above that. It's standard for the most part. This plane, I believe it tops out at like 0.8, but I think efficiency-wise they want us at Mach 7.8. Just for optimization, because anything faster than that, you're going to burn more fuel than what company probably wants. Yeah, we're not going to be at top. I mean, we're going to be at top of climb for maybe 10 minutes. Like we're here, and then we hit top of descent here, and it's maybe an 80-mile difference. It's just nothing in aviation. Yeah, so once again, this is my first ever stream of this. I'll be uploading this to YouTube as well. I'm going to be my first X-Plane upload, so if anybody does end up viewing this, go easy on me. It's not going to be fancy like a lot of other streamers. Just here to enjoy the flight, record it, maybe look back on it. Here for the views. And I mean these views, not YouTube views. Everybody's wondering, this is default scenery as well, so I don't have any photo reel or anything like that installed. Just don't really want to mess with it. I may at some point, but I think you're flying at 40,000 feet. I mean, there's a difference for sure. I've seen it. Sure, I've seen a huge difference as far as quality, but honestly, I'm just lazy more than anything. But I do think this plane out of the box looks the best out of any sim out there for the most part. So there's that. So we're still getting out of Los Angeles airspace because LAX is right here. These are like those like Hollywood Hills and all that, and like wrong monkey, like Vegas and all that's out here. So like we're still getting out of the city. Chart here, see if we show up. Some of these maps have the, yes, it doesn't support the moving map on here, but we are about to hit blocked, which is, we may be actually out of the SID already. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we're on our transition now. We're about to hit scenery. Oh, never mind. We're right here. I'm stupid. I didn't see it. Why isn't that? No. Yeah, so we're about right here. Hit our transition here. There's no altitude restrictions at this point. Like, all the restrictions are back here. Once you hit dots, it's basically like get to cruise. Just go from there. Sucks there's no other ATC online. LA Center had to be bitches and back out. No, just kidding. I'm sure these controllers, they don't get paid to do what they do. They're on here for the goodness of their own hearts, either for recreation or for real world training. So hats off to them for putting up with our ignorant asses. Actually, I've been spoiled lately with Vatsim, or with controllers being on pretty consistently lately. But middle of the week is usually kind of, because there's not a lot of events going on. Like I checked earlier, there's almost just like 0 events going on today. Like yesterday there was some events. Usually there's always Monday, Fridays, and then the weekends is when all the events are on. But like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like the flags here signify events. But like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, there's never events usually. Every once in a while. So this is MSP St. Paul. This is, I think, so it's the 29th, which is 5 days from now. It's like Sunday, I think. So yeah, the weekends are usually stock full of stuff. There's Boston Center. And I am from Dallas, so I like flying out of DFW and Love Field if I'm flying Southwest. Looks like they have, I think that's regional approach, yeah. They basically cover, well, because those two airports are so close to one another, usually the approaches just overlap and it's regional approach. Because Love Field and DFW are like right on top of one another. They're like 20 miles apart, which is pretty darn close for airplanes. Houston Center was on, they got off. We are right here. Nope, we moved a little bit. Not quite halfway there. Getting there though. We do have a nice tailwind though, which helps. Keeps the engines down. We're at 89% either way. Tailwinds are nice. Well, when you're a cruise at least. Traffic in behind us. Right on the map. Sometimes this thing is like off. I don't know if it's because it shows there in front of us. I don't see any other traffic that's going on. It actually could be these guys right here. Turn there, about to hit top of climb here, pretty much about 1,000 feet away. And we'll be top of climb. It's about 70 nautical miles. It's not even going to be 80 nautical miles. So we'll be at top of climb for maybe 10 minutes, and then we're going to drop right back down. 350 is a pretty high ceiling for this flight. Usually it's like maybe 30,000, 20, 32, 33, it depends on the winds, obviously. But we will not be up there long. So we can go ahead and start pulling up our arrival information. Hyder 1 arrival. Not quite on the map yet. Sometimes it says this and then it'll show up on the map anyway. Usually it shows up. So we are coming from this direction. So Blythe, where is Blythe at? Right here. So we're not quite there yet. Let me check the weather again in. That. I don't know why it doesn't go back to the page I was at before. First world problems. Yeah, the wind's still directly at 26, so 2608 knots, so runway 26 is the answer. Go over to our charts and our airport info just to verify the runway. 26 I think is their longer runway too. Yeah, it's their longest runway. We should be coming straight in from the west, I believe. No, sorry, 26 is when we loop around. So we're gonna loop around the airport. I think that's why we're gonna have to give ourselves vectors, because we're gonna come here. 26 is this long guy here, but we're gonna have to go around. It's gonna be better for us to take this one, I believe. Is that? It should already be in the Limo. Yeah. Yeah, so we go to Limo there, and then we basically just vector ourselves in. It's actually not that bad. because that's why the discontinuity's there. And then basically once we get to a certain point, I can just go direct to this waypoint, and that'll put us right on our path to 26. So this should not be difficult. So just verifying no ATC online, so we will just plug in our descent here to Limoux. So 7,000 is what I'm going to plug in now. We'll activate that once we get a little closer. We do have this tailwind, so I may do it a little early. Tailwinds on descent can be problematic because you got to monitor your speed and speed brakes and whatnot. So yeah, 7,000 is good, because once we hit Limoux, we'll need to be at 4,000 by Jaggle. So once we hit that, we can start descending to 4,000. I mean, I could just plug 4,000 in if I want to. Yeah, let's just do that. ATC was on, they wouldn't let me do that, but they're not here to tell me not to. Because, like I said, they vector you in from this point, so if there's other traffic and whatnot, then they may vector you out, they may want you to slow down, speed up, but whatever. Alright. And we are about 38 miles from top of descent. Once we get to about 15 or 20, I probably go ahead and enter into the descent. We can go and turn the seatbelts on for now. Really? I think I broke it. There it is. Just leave that there for now. Let's see, let's turn our constraints on and see where we need to be. So we need to be 250 by here. I'm just going to start descending now. Just let the plane figure the VNAV out. It's not a crazy tailwind. As long as we stay in that sweet spot, I'm fine, but a lot of times they'll be like, more drag required. Let's see. 2982, plug that in at 18,000. This is us right here. Looks like we're a ways away, but not really. I mean, we are, we're about 140 miles out, give or take. But we do have to circle around. Hopefully the winds play nice and continue to play nice, because I'm terrible at landing these planes. I always slam them down. So if you're gonna watch this video for anything, watch me fuck this landing up, because it's going to happen. I don't get greasers very often. That is my biggest opportunity in this game, is figuring out the goddamn landings. So yeah, if you came here looking for a pro landing, yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, maybe I'll get lucky, but I'm just not good at them. I'm trying to work on them though. We're trying to improve. What the hell was that? Let's make sure we're staying within our constraints. It said, like, according to this, we're well below our descent profile, which the thing sometimes is wrong because this wants us at 25,000 feet by here. When we pull the charts up, so by skull we have to be at 25,000 feet, which is verified here, and yet this thing is saying we're below our descent profile. So unless I'm just reading it wrong or I don't understand how it works, then I don't know where it's getting that information from. Alright, descent data. Or destination data, rather. Okay, altimeter 2982. So let's actually do this because efficiency. O2. Perf. Clear that guy. Okay, altimeter is 2982. Temperature is 35 degrees Celsius. Winds 260 at 8. We'll do our decision height at 300 feet because why not? Flaps full. It says here 151. Approach would be 140. Do 145 actually. Okay. I don't know why it's bigger. Like I don't know if that activates it or what. I haven't figured that out yet. But we're gonna do flaps full, and that is pretty much set. I don't know why I can't. Okay. How's our speed looking? Good, good, good. Yeah, we're at idle thrust now. So 2,100 feet. Okay, so now it corrected itself now. So now we're right where we need to be according to the dot. So it was flipping balls earlier. Gotta keep an eye on ATC in this game, or simulator rather. They will pop on randomly and they'll be like, contact me! And like, you never knew they were on, like I just checked. Yeah, they're not coming on, unless they come on, of course. Wish I would have had more ATC for the stream, but at least we had clearance and, you know, they got us out of the airport at least, so that was at least something. Definitely have to get on and do another recording whenever there's an event going on, like one of the big events. Like Cross the Pond was last month, and I flew a different route during that time, but I flew out of JFK, and they were absolutely, like, smacked. Like, just slammed. They had, like, 100-something arrivals on that Saturday. Pretty cool. But anytime there's an event, there's always good traffic. You know, get a lot of ATC coverage. Like it's just like top to down coverage. So it's pretty cool. So we'll definitely have to put a recording out of that. This is going up just a little bit here, so we are a little bit above what we need. Well, so now the dot's moving down. We're on a decel now, so let's change it. The VNAV works very well in this aircraft. It's very good. For the most part, all the airplanes I use run the VNAV pretty well. I'm really flying 3 airplanes in this plane now. This one, the 7.3 Zebo, the Ultimate is out as well. That's kind of the same thing. They work in conjunction with one another. And then the 7.5, the Flight Factor 757. It's a really good airplane. There are other good ones as well, but those are my main 3. Just, you know, because time. A little quieter outside. It's still loud as hell though. Do we need another decel, or is that? Because we're about to overspeed our restriction. By here, we should hit that easily. We'll zoom in here once we get a little close. No, we can just zoom in now, why not? I don't see any other traffic going to. I'm just trying to see if there's any other traffic landing, because every once in a while these people come on here and fuck up, and then like the winds will clearly favor one runway, and they're like, oh, I'm going the opposite runway. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm the only airplane remotely in the vicinity. Where's this guy going? He's going to LAX. Is that Anaheim? Am I reading that right? AMA, I don't know what airport that is. Yeah, I'm the only one remotely close. Unless somebody's departing that I don't see, I'm gonna have the airport to myself. Because there's one departure. He's going to St. Louis. He's been on the line for 3 hours. So he probably, okay, so he's probably on the way there. Okay, I'm an idiot. Oklahoma City. Who's flying into Oklahoma City? Well, they got an arrival and a departure apparently. They've got approach and ground on. But they got a supervisor and a controller on, so maybe they're doing tests or something, or maybe they're doing that. Who knows? Still not showing up on there. About 80 miles from the airport now. Set our auto brakes while we're thinking about it. Just long runway, we'll put them on low. No need to slam on them. I wish the mouse cursors would go away. I'm sure there's a setting somewhere that I don't know about. getting there. 280 knots right now. Only at 1,000 feet per minute. I mean, we gotta be, it's 190, between 15,000 and 190 by this waypoint. We'll probably be about the 15,000. From the airport now. That might be the city and everything out there, I'm not sure. Oh, frames. Circles. So the airport we flew out of LAX, that is freeware scenery. It's not default scenery at Mr. X's LAX. Some pretty nice stuff there. We're also going to his Phoenix right now as well, and that is freeware. The great thing about this game is that there's a lot of freeware to make the game look nice. All the photoreal scenery, all that, the ortho and all that is free as well. It's just painstaking apparently to do it, from what I've heard. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm lazy and haven't gotten around to it. No ATC. So we're coming up on our transition altitude. The altimeter was 2982. While we wait for that, I'm going to verify that the ILS, so 11175, and then the course is 258. 1175, course 258. Good deal. I've never seen it wrong before, but it's the first time for everything. What's the fucking altimeter again? 2982. Go ahead and set 2982. First officer side is set as well. About 40 miles from the airport now. Don't quite see it yet. It's like off over here somewhere, I think. Trying to forget our damn landing lights. The FAA on my ass. It's at 250 knots already. Yeah, speed restriction coming up, 250 knots, so airplane's trying to slow it down. I don't believe we're going to need drag. 14,000 at least by there, 11 to 14,000. And a hard restriction here, 9,000 at 210 knots at Chavo. So we are right on the money here. And 30 miles out now. Hasn't quite loaded in yet on my system here. It's definitely over there somewhere though. There's downtown Phoenix right there. I believe this is the airport right here. Because I know that because when you make the 8 approach, you go right by all this. It's actually a better approach in my opinion. But, you know, what can you do? Wins. So we're going to stay at 250 knots. This is our decel point here, I believe. And so we're going to knock it down to 210, and we'll basically stay at 210 until we make our base turn. I believe, yeah. There may be, it was 210 right there, I believe. I could just look at the chart, but, you know. Yeah, 210. We're going to stay at 210 the whole way. You pull up the approach here. There's really no speed restrictions that I see on here. I don't know why some of these support the moving map and some don't. Like, most of them do, but every once in a while it just doesn't want to work. Let me go ahead and just turn the lights on now while I'm thinking about it, or that can happen. I might turn off. Well, it got hazy. Yeah, I can't see shit. Visibility 10 miles my ass. Ah, look at that. How convenient. LA Center gets on right after we leave the airspace. And they literally got off right before we loaded in. Those bastards. Yeah, it is what it is. Alright, so we're at 10,000 feet. Lights are already on. We are below 250 knots, so we are adhering to FAA regulation. Just the shitty downtown X-plane rendering. Some of the haze lifted a little bit. And maybe it just kicked back in. I don't know, it's a little bit better, it looks like. So we're going to hit Lemoore here pretty soon, and then at that point we're basically on our own. Well, at least until I'm going to get us out to about here-ish. And I'm going to have us just go direct this guy here. And that'll put us on our final approach course. So there's the airport down there. Oh, that didn't help. Just wait. There's downtown. It's not rendered too bad. They got the, I think it's the Cardinals home stadium. There is the airport there. Runway we're landing is this one right here. So we're just going to circle around and hit that guy. We'll go ahead and go flaps 1 here since we're below 230 knots. Helps with the speed a little bit of drag. The engine's got to work a little harder if you're not as much of a downward tilt, but it's not too bad. It's just going to be at 7,000 here. And it should start at our descent to 4,000 after we clear this. Hopefully it does that, otherwise we'll have to manually tell it to go down. And once I hit maybe around here, I'll just say, hey, go direct Jaguar. Good shot of the airport there. Alright, so we are continuing our descent, it looks like. About 1,000 feet per minute. Random haze. I don't know what's up with all the fog. It's the desert. See, we're under discontinuity now, so now it's holding us at 6,000, so I'm gonna have to manually tell it to drop us. And we'll give it a seconds here, and then we'll make our turn. I'm terrible at vectoring myself as well. I'm awful at it. This one's a little bit more straightforward than some others, and I'm pretty bad at it. Okay, so we're gonna go direct Jaggle. Let's see what this thing does. Put that back into manage mode. Do not overspeed the flaps. Please do not overspeed the flaps. I don't trust it. I'm gonna throw some speed brakes on just so it doesn't overspeed the flaps. Yeah, because we're right on the red. Why are we at 2,100 feet a minute? Wow, it dropped just to 4,000. I mean, okay. I'm gonna get a warning here if this stays around there too long. It's pulling up now, though. We're gonna go into approach mode. That should slow us down to our VREF speed. Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep the speed brake out so we don't overspeed the flaps, you dumbass. Things are flashing at me. Okay. Oh, we need to arm the localizer. Turn that on. Every once in a while I have an issue intercepting the localizer out here too, so hopefully the localizer intercepts. We can do this visually if we need to. The airport's clearly in sight. Localizer just makes things easier. And flaps 2. We need to descend. Because our glide slope there. Okay, there's the localizer. We can go to approach mode as well. Flaps 3. Gear down. Flaps 4. I hate that noise. It's not XP realistic. It's the BSS sound pack that makes that noise. That's a little bit better. Alright, localizer's captured, glide slope is captured as well. Okay, gear down 3 green. Auto brakes armed. Spoilers armed. Flaps full. Good to go. See how bad I fucked this landing up. Winds, we have a direct headwind of 5 knots. This is as easy as it gets. Alright, let's... my aircraft. Pushing us ever so slightly. It's Very subtle. Gravity lights look good here, so we're veering off to the left just. I need to get back on path here. Checked. A little high.
Approaching 2-6.
It scares the shit out of me every time. Checked. We are high. We are high. Landing. We are way too high. This is why I suck at landing. I have to slam it down. And we bounced it. First is out. Nose down. It's a shit landing. Stow those reversers.
5,000 feet remaining.
See where we're at here. And a taxi to the left here. Yeah, so I got high there, and then I had to dip it down, and I bounced the shit out of it. Yeah, typical landing by Phil. And we're off the taxi line too. I just don't care at this point. All right, bring those in. Bring those in. Start the APU. Taxi lights coming on. Landing lights coming off. Alright, we're gonna have to turn around and take a left here to go back to the... gates. Yeah, the gates are that way, so... About an hour and 3 minutes. Yes, that was pretty damn close there. We'll go replay that landing just for shits and gigs. More of a Spirit landing than an American Airlines landing. Also forgot to set my missed approach altitude. I usually forget to do that. You know what they say, any landing you can walk away from is a good landing, so fuck it. I'm just gonna pull in right here, I think. I'm not really gonna try to find the American Airlines terminal. I really don't care. us a fucked up parking job. And stop. Cut the engines. Lights can come off. Keep the beacons on for now. I can stay auto. Seatbelts off. Fuel pumps off. Go to call that. We're gonna go ground power here. Turn that off. All right. Welcome to Phoenix. Not too shabby of a flight. Landing was complete shit. It's always the worst part of the flight for me. It's typically how it goes. Let's go see how shitty it was. Gonna give me the right one way? Of course you're not, because why not? Okay. Of course there's no sound. The flare looked decent. I was too high and I had to compensate for it, so like my vertical speed was like out of control. I think it felt worse than what it was. I mean, at least we kept center line for the most part. Yeah, the pappy lights are just like, fuck you, you're too high, you're going all white. Yeah, it's just my descent rate was just too high. I mean, that's just all there is to it. I got too high of the glide slope, and that just completely fucked me. But we are still learning. Tis a flesh wound. Good shot of those reverses opening up. Yeah, could have been worse. Could always be worse. You could crash. Alright, ladies and gents, that is going to be it for this video. Appreciate everybody watching if you did watch. If I sit with 0 watches until the end of time, I'm okay with that too. But thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.